today. I'm hoping you'll be able to hear me in this wind. Just letting you know the changes. It's been a couple weeks since my last video. It's May 1st and it was time to bring that greenhouse outdoors. Our temperatures at night are not getting that low. They're mostly above 50. And I still have the heat mats in there in case it needs extra warmth. Let's take a look at the petunias. They're doing great. That thyme is doing well, the petunias. And we have lettuce. This is that butter crunch. And the strawberry plants, we will have strawberries. Unless something gets them before we get them, but otherwise, I wasn't sure they would do well, and it looks like they're doing just fine here. More petunias. More of the butter crunch. And the strawberries with their pretty blossoms. These strawberries are sparkle. They're June bearing, so we'll get them all at once. So great to be able to grow fruit right out on your front porch. The other petunias. Here are some seed starts, little baby seedlings. We really have struggled this time. I'm not sure what all the reasons were. I'm thinking it might have been the potting mix that I used. It had a lot of sticks. It was kind of coarse, and I don't think it had much nutrition. So I had a liquid fertilizer, diluted, and sprayed all this green foliage, and hopefully that will help get them going. And it's warmer. Of course, I had the heat mat, so I don't know. But I see a lot of promise and hope here. We have our tomatoes and cukes, melons, peppers. Still a lot of hope. There's those green onions. They're still hanging in there. The flowers were a bust. I just did not get much of anything from the flowers. There's a few that are struggling. Hope maybe get a little out of it. So flowers are not my thing. I will try something different probably next year. Easier to grow flowers. My basil's hanging in there. I mean not basil. Sage. Let's take a quick look at the chives. They're looking good down here. And here are the two pots out front. They're looking pretty good. Peas and lettuce. I think these are the green arrow peas. And Jericho lettuce, I think is what that leaf lettuce is. Those teepees, looks like that peas are outgrowing the teepees. Look at the roses. The wind is knocking a lot of the blossoms off, but they're still beautiful. They always remind me of popcorn. The little buds, they're like pop, 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 pop. And then, right of popping, they're all burst forth, all beautiful. Popcorn roses. Love popcorn roses. Okay, over here. I was at a local hardware store, and they had some plants that the, I think it was the high school agricultural department had grown, some tomatoes. On a super special deal, $2-3 a piece, something like that. And you can tell they're a little worse for wear, but look at those stems, nice and thick. And some blossoms that got little baby tomatoes on them. So put them in some good soil, watered them in, fertilized them. So I'm hoping that they'll perk up. They're definitely further along than my tomatoes start, so there's hope. I believe they're, are they? Whopper, one's a Whopper, excuse me. And what is this one? Oh, a Ruggers. I think these two are Ruggers for the variety. Let's take a look at the garden. Well, let's see what we have going on here. That is the Chinese cabbage. It took a while to get going, but it's going really well now, so I will probably get to harvest some Chinese cabbage before it's time to pull them up for the summer garden. And then the peas, these are Wando and Green Arrow. And you can see the bottom, they had some frost damage. Just barely got the frost temperatures, but it did slow them down, but they've overcome. Got their blossoms on some. The lettuce looks lovely. I think that's all butter crunch here. It's our favorite. Actually, I think I've got, these are the Green Arrow, I believe. On the other side, those are Wando peas. Both varieties do well here. 8A zone. Let's see, and the spinach, sad. Don't know what it is with me and spinach. Different location, different type. Started them indoors, still can't get spinach. But I will keep trying. And I pulled the garlic. I'll show you that on the porch. I pulled it today. They read an article that said that if 5 leaves have died back, which is about half a garlic plant, then it's time to pull them, so I did. I forgot to show you when I was on the porch. Let's go look. So here you go. Here's the garlic. It did real well. This is the first time I've planted garlic, and we do love it. So I think I'll double the space this coming fall. I can't tell you the type of garlic this was. I got it local, so maybe I can look it up and find out. But it did real well. I'm real pleased. It is amazing what 1 clove of garlic can become. But definitely I will be doing more of this. I'm letting it air dry. When it gets dry enough, I knock the dirt off. It needs to be out of the sun. That's what I've read. Since it's my first year, I'm learning all this new too. Then I read you know, continue to dry it, cut off the roots and back the stems and save it. Not that it'll last that long. We'll probably use it fairly quickly. Or I may dehydrate it or put it in oil. But it's great to have it growing in the garden. I will definitely do that again. So let's get an update on the strawberry plants out back. I hope you can hear me. Whew, it's windy today. The hanging baskets have the older plants, and I wasn't sure they would produce because this is, I think, the 3rd year, and they've been moved a couple times. But I'm happy to see that they are doing well. Even, oh, look, something got my strawberry, didn't it? I bet it was a bird. This one too. I'm going to have to start protecting them, or I won't get any of them. Every one of them. I'll have to start protecting these, or I won't have any, will I? Bet it was birds. But I'm sure the birds enjoyed the lovely strawberries. They're doing well. Here's the hanging baskets. The grow basket here. Look at here. They do real well. I wasn't sure, but it looks like this is going to be a great way to utilize a small space. So these are, again, the sparkle Juneberry. Juneberry. We'll get them all at once. And those are ever-bearing berries. So hopefully I will get more berries out of them, not just the birds. The wind's got the hanging baskets moving, and the grow bag here. I hope that it's tough enough to hold up in the wind. But they're doing pretty good. This poor baby is not doing so good. I might have to pull this one. But the rest seem to be producing. I'm very pleased. I'm enjoying the fact that we can get so many plants in such small spaces. Looking good. I thought I'd do a follow-up. This is the next day, and I decided to discourage our birds from eating the strawberries before we get them. This is just tulle. Birds don't like it on their claws, and then the movement also discourages them from landing on any of the pots here. These little hanging baskets, and I'm hoping there's nowhere for them to get to these. But I thought I'd show you an inexpensive solution. So far I haven't seen any problems on the front porch, but I might have to do something out there if the squirrels or the birds decide they want to help themselves. Might need to adjust a couple of these. Anyway, just thought I'd give you an update. Thanks for watching. Be blessed. See you later. Bye.